Hi there! So today I am out here on my lunch break and I am just going to try to plant the rest of my annuals that I have left over. So I've got about a half or a little over a half plug tray full of beacon impatiens that I'm going to plug somewhere into my gardens. And then I've got about 8 plants of these big begonias. I know exactly where I'm going to put those. And then I have like a little over a half tray. They're looking a little wilty. I just watered them, but they'll pop back, no problem. I've got over a half flat of blue salvia that I'm going to plant, and I know where I'm going to put those as well. I also, the other day, I found this Quazon cherry tree, and it was at a local nursery. I seen the sign going by. It said 40% off entire store. So naturally, I had to I had to stop there. And I'm so glad I did, because I've been wanting one of these trees, and I actually need a tree down in my soon-to-be rose garden in between our yard and the neighbor's yard. We had like a sucker tree that grew up in there, I don't know, and probably a few years ago, and my husband cut it down because it was just like super ugly. But I kind of miss something being there, so I'm gonna plant this in there. It was 50 bucks, and I got it 40% off that, and then I also had a punch card for $10 off of your entire order, so I used that too. So I think I ended up paying like a little over 25 bucks for this tree, which is pretty great. But anyway, this tree, it gets 30 to 40 feet tall. It gets deep pink flowers in springtime. Zone 4 through 8, water regularly, use a slow release fertilizer. So anyway, I'm gonna get this in the ground, and hopefully that'll provide some, like, I don't know, I love my neighbors, but hopefully it'll provide like a little bit of privacy in between our yards, and then also a little bit of privacy for my rose garden that is in the process. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So let's see how much we can get done on my lunch break. Let's go. Before we go down and plant, I have to show you how pretty my Annabelle hydrangeas are. They're starting to pop out a white bloom. So what happens is they start really small like this, like a lime green color, and then they keep growing like that. Then they turn into a little bit more white. There's another kind of age, and then it ages into this really pretty white color, and it gets even whiter than that. But they've just started, so this is about the whitest one I see right now. But man, look how pretty they are. I just love these, and it looks so nice up against my red roses here, Easy Elegance roses. These little pots have ferns in them, and I don't know what it was, but I lost a few perennials this last winter, and I think it may have been the snow that we had for a long period of time. This fern is just starting to come through, but I think I'm going to dig both of them out and just put them in the ground somewhere, and then I'm going to fill these pots with impatiens. Out here, and it is like a few days later, and lots of great things are blooming. My hydrangeas are even more white and snowbally. But I have to be honest, after I, planted all that stuff and laid all the mulch that you just seen, I went inside because I'm like, I need some water. I've been drinking water the whole time, but I kind of had like a bit of a heat stroke, and I'm not like a dramatic person, so I feel weird even saying that, but it was like a really hot day and I didn't realize how hot it was, I guess, and so I went inside and I was kind of sick. So I was like afraid to come out here for the last few days because it was very hot. So I guess I should have been a little bit nicer when I said don't get me started on Michigan because it's always cold. Now it's super hot. But anyway, it's a few days later. I'm out here now, and it looks great. I'm out here before work, so it's really early in the morning, and I gotta show you a few things. I actually forgot to push record when I planted the tree, so I'm really sorry, but I'll show you where I planted it. But there's also some other things that are blooming, so that's kind of cool that we waited a few days. So all right, let's look at it. All right, so there you go. It looks pretty good. I see that line. I have to clean that up a little bit, but my begonias are looking good. That's where I ended up putting the tree, the Kwanzaa cherry tree. So it's a good, I'm like in my neighbor's yard right now, but he doesn't care. It's a good distance from the trellis, and I'm really excited about the spot that I put it right there. That stump, we had a tree right there, and I loved the tree in this space, but it was a sucker tree, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it was just a nasty tree. And we have those trees around here, and they die out very quickly, and so I was like, I don't want to have it get even bigger and bigger and then die out, and then I just don't want to deal with it. So my husband cut it down, and I'm hoping that one will kind of take its place, and it doesn't get as big as that one was, so it won't shade this garden as much, especially because when the sun comes up, it's full sun. But anyway, it'll just provide like a little bit of privacy in there, because I've got that crabapple there, and then I don't know, it'll just be nice right there. Let's see, what else did I do? It's a few days later, so I'm forgetting, but my impatiens are starting to bloom. These are in the full sun, so I'm doing a little experiment, and they're not browning up or anything yet, so they're just like not growing very good. I planted some salvia in that little spot. This is kind of a work in progress here, and I think I'm gonna come in next and plant some grass seed in here. Although I'm still dragging my feet because I eventually want to dig out that whole thing and make a garden bed, and so then I would extend the path up there. So I'm trying to envision if it's gonna look differently up here, but I think it'll be fine. I'm no stranger to redoing something if I don't like it. This rose is blooming. This is the Princess Alexandra of Kent. This is the second time it's bloomed this year. I do still have some netting around it because of the bunnies. I have to get in and get some, I think people said Milorganite. Anyway, it's in there. But anyway, that one looks nice. These ones still look nice. They're just ready for their second bloom. Thought I saw a bud on. Oh yeah, there's one. Anyway, let's see. My delphiniums are still blooming. I love these plants. Some of my Asiatic lilies are in bloom. Some daisies are coming through. Let's see. Got some, you can see my astilbes blooming in there. Some more Asiatics. And then I planted salvia along here. And then a little chunk of it there. My Asiatics are blooming there. And then I just planted some salvia in through there. And I think that's all I did. I don't remember. Oh, my wee white hydrangeas are blooming. Those are so pretty. I didn't mean for this to be a tour, but I guess I have to tour what I just planted, and it's hard to remember because it's a few days later. Oh, we planted grass seed on this weekend, so hopefully that grass will grow back in from all the tire marks. I think I planted over there. Let's see. Oh, these impatiens are starting to bloom. Isn't that pretty? I kind of mixed red and pink in there. I wasn't sure how it was gonna turn out, but I kind of like it. And oh, my astilbe, I'll get closer on that. It's pretty. Let's see. Oh, the raccoon, I planted impatiens in here, but the raccoon came in and just dug. I don't know if he's looking for bugs or what, but he was just digging up a storm. I'll show you what he did to my little wood path. This was all just like 2x2 wood path in here, and he did that. He dug it all up, so I gotta fix that. I woke up the other day and my husband's like, the raccoon was out there digging at your plants. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, the impatiens are starting to bloom. Planted some in here the other day. I cut back that Brunnera, so that looks really pretty. And my snowballs are blooming. So maybe you guys could give me your opinion on this, but so I planted just for like color. Ah, look what the raccoon did. Oh, you guys. All right, anyway, I planted like purple in here, and then this like lime green, and then green, and that's kind of white. I do have Woo La La hosta back here, 3 of them, and you can't see them because my snowballs are big. So I was thinking about bumping all my snowballs back behind there. I can't see, hold on. If I see a raccoon, I'm gonna scream, FYI. So I've got some like little variegated boxwoods in here. I could bump those up and then put these white hydrangeas back there. I might do that. Then you can see the Woo La Las better, and then I could plant something maybe purple color in here. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Those are blooming. Those hydrangeas, they're so pretty. These are all these hydrangeas are here. Well, there's 3 clumps. I got from I don't know, one of those clumps up there or that one, I can't remember. Just what I do is I just grab like, let me see, just a chunk of it, chop it off and plant it, and it does this like 2 years later. I planted those ones last summer or the summer before, and they're already like good, strong, sturdy plants. All right, here's some impatiens that are blooming, getting a little bit bigger. Looks like that Sum and Substance is getting too much sun. Might have to cut those leaves off. These impatiens are blooming. That looks pretty. Oh, and this weekend, I just didn't have enough time to get my camera out because we were on a time crunch, but we added rocks in here, and then we added rocks up close to our shed there, and then we are gonna plant grass where the tractor, you know, dug all that up. So this will all be grass in here. But anyway, oh, here's this rose is blooming. It's kind of on its way out, actually. I gotta come in and trim, but it was really pretty. And there's a couple more buds. And some poison ivy. Yep. Anyway, I think I covered everything. I can't really remember because it was, like I said, a few days ago, but I guess you got kind of a nice little tour of a little bit of my garden. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was an encouragement to you, and maybe even the fact that I got a little heat stroke was an encouragement to you. Because sometimes it's hard, like you get out here in the garden and you're like working your butt off, and then you get sick or you just feel crappy, and sometimes you think you're the only one that happens to, and you get discouraged, but it doesn't. It happens to everybody, and we just take a break and then keep going. But anyway, I will see you later, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.